A number of ministries and churches have been working with waves of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border this year, providing shelter, food, clothing, and comfort. Humanitarian Franklin Graham announced this week that Samaritan's Purse is responding to the crisis, working with teams on both sides of the border. And he joins us now. Reverend Graham, thanks for joining us. You had some social media pressure to get involved at the border. How did you decide to come alongside these migrants?
Well, first of all, Heather, I don't respond to social media, critics or whatever. We respond to need, and no question, the need on the border has been building for some time. We have been asked by churches in the area to help them, and that's what we're doing. Right now, we have 18 partners. We have over 200 churches that are wanting us to work with them and help them, and we'll add more to that 18 every day. We have to look very carefully at what the churches are doing and their capacity. And we're coming along beside them, Heather. We're not trying to replace what they do or do it better than they do. We're going to work beside them. We'll help them. There are things, Heather, they need, refrigeration, so that they can have food ready to give. They need things like bedding, blankets, just toiletries that you give to these people. Many of these migrants have been traveling for 2 to some have as much as 6 months. And they're tired, they're dirty, they're frustrated, and they're coming into our country. I don't make the laws, Heather. Our Congress has made a mess of all of this. And it's not just this president, it's previous presidents that have failed to address the issues of the border. And we have a president now who's at least trying to solve these problems. And we're there to do what we can. We're not politicians. We don't make the laws. We don't make these policies. Other people do, but we're there trying to help the people that are caught in this net, and it's a big mess.
Yeah, it really is. I was there in El Paso the other week. I want to ask you, there's been a lot of media recently on the terrible conditions for these migrants in some of the U.S. detention facilities. How concerned are you about that?
The ones that we have visited in Texas these facilities are what I would call adequate. Could they be improved? I'm sure they can. But the problem is the overcrowding, Heather, as you know, you've seen. They are not prepared for this influx. Now, I know the numbers they say are down a little bit this week and maybe for the next couple of weeks because of the heat. And they do expect another surge later on in the later summer or in the fall. I don't know. That's just what I've been told. But I know these facilities are overcrowded, and if a person comes in and they get a number, it could be 2 years before they have a court date. That's how backed up our system is.
Yeah, the whole system. I want to briefly pivot to New Orleans, and I know that you are focused on what is happening with Tropical Storm Barry as well. What is Samaritan's Purse doing to position for that possible disaster?
Well, we're ready if there's a need there, if there's flooding. Of course, we have to wait till the floodwaters recede, but we will be there in New Orleans if there's a need. We'll certainly be there.
All right. Well, Reverend Graham, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.